Alright, so this first one, Mirage Noir, on Steam, it doesn't have any release date or price. This demo's been out for approximately a year. It's the only game by this developer so far. And I guess I didn't see any trigger warnings, but these are mystery stuff, so there's possibly some murdery stuff that's going to happen. And I realize you guys can't see my mouse, but I am using my mouse for this. So for settings, if you don't want any audio, which we'll leave in, but you can get the right answers for all of the logic, as well as there's some kind of friendship, whatever points. We're going to play with those off. If you want extra audio, there's extra audio. I think those are sitting around there. But yeah, we're going to dive right in. It looks like they had a mini demo before this. So people played the mini demo before this. It looks like there's new content now. So we're going to dive right in. Yeah, so if you played the original demo, I did not. You can start from the second demo. But we're going to start at the beginning. She's over there. Don't let her get away. They're so persistent. Can't they just let me go? Guess not. But evidence. I guess we don't have evidence. We don't have profiles. Okay. A gunshot echoes behind me, and I reach down by instinct. Then I remember I lost my weapon long ago. I have to just outrun them then. The way back home's blocked. The office is probably the safest place for me to hide for the night. The problem is I need to lose these guys first. Let's see, I saw a bunch of them in front of me earlier. When I ducked into an alleyway on my left. Okay, so we went this way. This is going to be mirrored because my camera's mirrored. So I went left, and then took 2 right. So one, left, right, right. Okay, so it's as if we took a right turn. Oh, and it's timed. So then, let's turn back right. So that'll take us back away from them if they were straight ahead. If we turned left, we would have run right into them. There she is. Crap, I messed up. It's fine, they're still far away. I can outrun them. Shit. The bullet barely grazed me, but warm pain shoots through my entire arm. I actually got shot. I try to see how bad the wound is, but the sound of pursuing footsteps interrupts me. Well, if we die here, I think we've sped run this demo. Now stop thinking about it and keep running. You won't get another chance if they catch you. Ooh, made it back somehow. Good thing I still have the keys to the office since I've been playing so many all-nighters lately. I don't know if Speedrun has world records for games that are only demos, not fully released yet. Oh, and we can see my cursor now. We can see it on the menu. The place is dead silent. That's not surprising. After all, the clock says it's 2:30 in the morning. Guess I'm not sleeping in my own bed tonight. I think that's the 4th time this week. What a terrible night. They chased me around half the city and I didn't even get any of the info I needed. What a waste of time. I also got shot. That's probably the worst part of this night, is I got shot. Or maybe not. The fact that there was so much security there means I must be on the right track. I think I'm getting close to the truth. There's one more piece of information. I'll be able to put this 4-year-long nightmare to rest. We have 0 context as to what we're doing. Maybe then Theo will... Ow, why is my sleeve so wet? Oh gosh, that's a lot of blood. A river of blood trails down my arm, and I grimace as some of it drips onto the floor below. I barely felt that gunshot until now. Adrenaline sure is something else. I take a quick glance around to see if I could find where the first aid stuff is, but I don't see it anywhere. I'll clean this up later. I have more important things to worry about right now anyway. You have more important things than the, stream of blood coming out of your arm. Okay. I move over to my desk and sit down heavily in the chair. I'll just make a trail of blood to our desk so they know who caused this issue. Tonight was a failure, and there'll only be on more alert from now on. I doubt a repeat performance will get me anywhere. What else can I do? I'm running out of options now. Photograph still sitting on my desk is facing up today. On most days, I can't bring myself to look at it. Maybe I can ask them for help? That's been too long. We haven't spoken in years. They probably wouldn't pick up even if I called. Besides, I don't want to drag other people into my problems. Worst case scenario is one of them might be the culprit. What if I hired someone else then? It'll cost so much money, though. Money I don't have. I guess I could take a loan from the bank. That, or maybe the loan sharks down the street. I'll probably be in crippling debt for the rest of my life, but if to solve this... Huh? What's that noise? Is there someone else here? A sudden sound from near the doorway catches my attention. Instantly, I'm alert again. The guys from earlier? Not maybe. My phone's in my pocket. I try to unlock it quickly, but I immediately notice a more pressing problem. Why did I leave my computer screen on? I'm basically telling them exactly where I am. I need to get away from here. Maybe I can hide under the desk and call for... double exclamations. Something forcefully presses against my mouth. My consciousness starts slipping away. No, I can't die yet. Not until I... Huh? Wait, that's... No, don't. Oh, we get to name ourselves. I don't know if we're... I guess we'll go with the default character name. I don't know if we're good enough to be a private detective based on all of that, but sure. Uni, can you hear me? Huh? Oh, my head. Why does it hurt so much? Are you alright? You just hunched over all of a sudden. It scared the crap out of me. Sorry, my head's killing me. I'm hungover. You said you went straight home last night. So you didn't want to deal with the rain, but should have known you were out partying. You're the alcoholic here, Theo. It's part of the job. You want me to turn down free booze? I glance around, trying to regain my bearings as the pain in my head recedes. I'm in the plaza right now. Oh, that's right. We planned to meet up before work today. This here is Theo, my best friend. We've known each other since we were young. We lost contact for a bit when we went to different colleges, but we've reconnected since then. I don't have many fond memories of the city, but as long as Theo's here, I'll always come back. Seeing her again is almost worth the astronomical rent I have to pay. Almost. Okay, so just saying now when we meet people, there'll be profile stuff. The entries will be updated as Uni's thoughts about them change. Okay, so if we go here... She's perfect, and nothing else needs to be said. I have a feeling this is going to change drastically soon. It's not because of drinking. And are you sick? You really don't look so good. I don't know, I had this daydream vision, I'm not really sure. I was working on a case at the agency late at night, and then I think I got kidnapped. I pressed something against my mouth, and then, ugh. The memory of getting grabbed from behind was rushing back, and I shudder. Theo grabs my hands. Only then that I notice that they're trembling. It's okay, just that overactive imagination of yours. When we talked on the phone last night before you fell asleep, remember? And you're here now, safe and sound. No time for you to get kidnapped. Besides, you should have known it was a dream. Mr. Potato Head would never let you touch actual detective work. Hey, it could be a premonition of some far-off future, you never know. Were you old and gray in your vision? I hope I'm not still working when I'm that old. I'd be much happier retired somewhere cozy with you, Theo. Actually, speaking of Theo, didn't she come up? It was, I suddenly feel a sharp pain splitting my head open, so intense I almost pass out. I quickly take a few deep breaths, trying to steady myself so I don't scare Theo. Heck, this has never happened before, no matter how scary a nightmare I might have had. What's going on? Maybe it wasn't a nightmare after all. But if not, then what was it? A vision? Have I actually gained future sight? No, that can't be it. Even if it's from the future, why would those dangerous people be chasing after me? Also, there was that photograph. The rest of the dream was a bit hazy, but I remember that part very clearly. I recognize some of the people in it, but that's impossible. A photo like that shouldn't exist. Because I killed them all. After all, they live in a completely different world from me. We don't know each other personally, let alone enough to take pictures together. Can't help feeling like I'm forgetting something important. Exactly. Ow, the more I try to recall, the stronger my headache seems to be. It's almost like my head's warning me to leave it alone. Are you feeling good enough to get some breakfast? Relax a bit at the bakery, okay? I'm still worried about you. I can't send you to work looking like that. I can feel Theo's worry for me and quickly push all thoughts of the nightmare or vision or whatever to the back of my mind. Shouldn't bother her about it anymore. I'll deal with it myself. Sure, some hot tea sounds great. Love you, Theo. I don't know what I'd do without you. I should get Carrie out while I'm there. Knowing Mr. Potato Head, he'll ask me to run errands as soon as I get to the office, so I might as well get a head start. See, if I remember correctly, he usually likes lattes on Tuesdays, and then 4 blueberry muffins, 6 croissants, 3 sesame bagels, and 1 glazed donut for the rest of the office. Okay, I'm glad they said for the rest of the office. I thought they meant for him, and I'm like, I don't think that sounds healthy. Also, I've never heard of someone whose coffee order changes depending on what day it is. Oh no, the double exclamations are back. Oh, sorry. It's gonna be one of the people from that photograph, isn't it? No, it was my fault. Are you okay? I bumped into a guy with pink hair, though that's not the only thing that stands out. Oh, he looks like a model. We can give Theo a run for her money. Yeah, I'm fine. Oh, wait, isn't this guy... If you don't hurry up, I'm putting everything on your tab. He was already holding the bakery door open, an impatient look on her face. No, I won't have enough to pay this month's rent if you do that. Sorry for bumping into you. Bye. Wait. Never had someone run away from me before. Did she not recognize me? Hopes I don't have that much time left before the stream. I need to finish buying the materials first. So there's a press conference going on at the palace right now. Wonder what that's about. I'm going. And that concludes today's press conference. What a load of bullshit. And the brain can tell that he barely keeps any of his promises. Disease running rampant, a useless figurehead, new serial killers popping up every week, and crime at an all-time high, so much for being the world's golden standard. Responsible for the last one, boss. Oh, speak of the devil. Oh, Sasha and Alexei Dorla. Pardon me, I thought you had left already. It's quite the interesting press conference, Your Highness. Oh, yes, well, thank you for taking the time out of your busy days to tune in. Wouldn't have missed that clown show for the world. I love how he just called overworked man. Well, regardless, thank you. You're on your way up, correct? Please don't let me keep you. Better watch yourself, yeah? You're getting a bit too comfortable. Letting a lot of these regulations go is a sign of goodwill, but we don't notice you overstepping your bounds. I'll keep that in mind. Those Dorlas are quite the handful, aren't they? Dr. Killian, forgive me, I didn't see you there. It's alright, Prince Theory, you've had a long day. Suppose I have. Sorry to bother you at this time, but could I bore you for a bit longer? It's urgent, I have another meeting later, so I was hoping to catch some rest before that. Afraid it is, I need to review some of the budget cuts to do before the next council meeting. The proposal is wonderfully drafted, of course, but Medwise would like to make some minor adjustments to it, particularly to how the resources are allocated. You understand our concerns, don't you? Very well, lead the way. So far, this is not very detective-y. It's not looking good for our hero here. But that's my cue to save the day. Now then, how should I interrupt the meeting today? Got it. I hate it, which means it's perfect. I'm going to interrupt it with a title screen. Newbie, are you done with those papers yet? Another pile here for you to go through. My boss, derogatorily named Mr. Potato Head, appears in front of me as I'm getting settled in for the day. On it, sir. Been here for 2 years already. How much longer does he even call me a newbie? It's Granberry, and you can't get fired now. Who else is going to pay for Theo's caffeine addiction? I return to my computer screen, thinking that the conversation's over, but he clears his throat loudly and taps his foot until I look back at him. Don't give me that attitude. This is your punishment for getting my coffee order wrong this morning. I was very explicit about what I wanted. I'm really sorry, sir. Now, I got you what you asked for, and then you changed your mind. Your memory must be fading, but mine still works really well. Thank you very much. If you finish early, let me know. I have more papers you can go through. Of course, sir. I'll let you know if I do. I'm going to do your work for you while you play poker on your phone. I'm going to win the award for world's slowest worker today. Just watch me. So much for beginning the rest of my life. College advertised it as something great, so I worked hard for it. But is this really it? It's just paperwork day after day. Where are the exciting cases I was told about? The robberies, the murders, the crime scenes. Hello, Douglas Detective Agency. What? Murdered? Did I just manifest a dead body? I strain my ears to listen, but I can't hear anything other than frantic gibberish from the other end of the line. Yes, of course. I'll head to the scene right away. George with me. George isn't here right now. He's on smoke break for an hour. What? Good riddance. Then Vanessa, you come with me. She's not here either. I don't think she even came in today. I show up glancing around the empty office and he finally seems to notice that I'm the only one currently here. There's seriously no one else besides you? Looks that way, sir. Better than nothing, I suppose. Better not slow me down, newbie. Do my best not to, sir. They actually gonna put me on a murder case for once? Well then, I guess I'll be nothing more than a sidekick, but still, I never thought I'd graduate from the days of doing lost and found jobs. Hey, let's do our best. If we do a good job, maybe they'll promote us from coffee girl to fax machine girl. Dream big. Uh-oh. Phone rings again, and even though I don't know who's called yet, I already get a familiar feeling of resignation rising up within me. Now what? Hello, Douglas Detective Agency. Yes, we'll send someone there right away. Crap, maybe he won't notice me if I sneak away now. Halfway to the door when he spots me. Newbie, there's been some trouble over in the plaza. Go resolve it. With the murder case... I can handle the crime scene investigation by myself. Report to the plaza. I told them you'd be there in 5 minutes. It's at least 10 minutes away, even if I run. There's no way this guy doesn't secretly hate me. I mean, I don't think we're changing his mind. So let's just not piss him off. I hurl curses at him in my mind, but in an astonishing show of strength, I force a smile to my face like a good little corporate drone that I am. Of course, sir, I'll do that right away. Maybe we've got to lull him into a false sense of security so we can kill him later. I drag myself to the plaza, spirits thoroughly dashed. Just when I thought I could finally do something worthwhile, I get relegated to side tasks again. The person who made that call better have a good reason. Well, it's my fault for getting my hopes up. It's gonna be that pink-haired guy again, isn't it? What's a fax machine? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there are genuinely people who don't know what a fax machine is these days. Now then, what am I tasked with doing today? There are people whispering around me, so I shuffle closer and shamelessly eavesdrop. Are you serious? Is no one going to stop him? Don't look at him, he might catch his attention. Ew, what a weirdo. They don't teach decency these days, obviously. Does sound like something's actually going on. That'd be another case of people arguing with the restaurant workers or something. Follow the trail of whispers and find the topic of the commotion. There's a guy stumbling around the square yelling obscenities at everyone and everything that passes his way. A drunk this early in the morning? If I wanted to deal with people like these, I would have signed up to be a cop. Why are detectives getting assigned to these cases again? I guess I should do something about it. I still need to pay this month's rent. Who is paying the detective agency to get a drunk off the streets? Excuse me, mister. I approach cautiously, making sure to stop a couple steps away. The man spins around, eyes scary and feral. They keep darting back and forth as if scanning for threats. His entire body is tense. Weird, I've never seen anyone act like this while they're drunk. You're causing a scene. Can we move this somewhere else? I know who you are. They sent you, didn't they? I'm sorry? I won't let you take me. I refuse to die here. He unexpectedly lurches forward, and I let out an undignified squeak as I barely managed to avoid his errant fist. Oh crap, this guy's a psycho. Sir, please calm down. Sam shoots out and grabs my wrist, squeezing hard. I let out a yelp, trying to tug my hand out of his grip, but he doesn't let go. Help! I glance around, but even though the commotion has gathered quite the crowd, no one comes to my aid. Yes, this is Larry Butts, I'm pretty sure, with his mohawk hair and his, like, spiky shoulders. It's kill or be killed. What? I'm not here to kill you, please let me go. They all say I won't get tricked again. You just want to take me back to that room again, don't you? I don't know what you're talking about, let go. I yank my arm back. He releases his hold as soon as I do, so I end up stumbling on air and tripping over my own feet before falling to the ground. Ow. I don't have time to rest as he starts moving toward me again. I quickly scramble backwards, but he moves faster, hand reaching for my arm. No, Theo, help me. I refuse to go through that treatment again, I'd rather. He's not interested, dude, take a hint. Body suddenly slumps over a little bit away from me, and I quickly move away. Thank you so much. Double exclamations. You okay there, girlie? I've got an Evil Boy soundtrack. Isn't that cool? Isn't that Alexi Dorla? What's he doing here? My surprising savior comes in the form of a rather notorious gangster. Even I've heard of him. Yes, thanks to you. You saved me. I've seen this guy from far away before, but I can't believe he's actually talking to me. It's not exactly famous for good reasons, but it still feels like I'm meeting a celebrity. No worries, I hate pushy guys like him who can't take no for an answer. Here, let me help you up. He offers his left hand, and I reach towards it before realizing it doesn't fit. What doesn't fit? Oh, that he's here, I guess? I think she means, like, logic-wise, like, it doesn't make sense. No? Oh, does he have, like, fingers cut off or something? Because he's in a gang? He notices as I'm trying to awkwardly turn my hand to fit his, and thankfully retracts his hand and offers me his right one instead. My bad, it's a habit. You're a lefty? Not really the most pressing question to ask him at the moment, but it's out of my mouth before I can stop myself. Yeah, handshakes are a pain, as you can imagine. Oh, I think it's because, like, normally when you, like, offer someone, like, a hand, like, in the handshake, like, you're doing this so they fit in, but if you offer, like, the same hand, it gets, like, a little bit awkward. I think that's what they're saying. I don't see why this would be so awkward that you'd be like, how do I do this? Thought being ambidextrous might be good for my job, but nope. Couldn't do it. My right hand's as useless as they come. Up you go. Helped him to my feet before stepping back, hands in his pockets. New cop? I haven't seen you around before. I'm actually a detective. Yeah, why are they sending detectives to do this? Don't you guys have more important things to do, like investigating dead bodies and other fun shit like that? I wish. It's usually just lost pets or cheating husbands. Sounds boring, no offense. Untaken. I can't believe I'm having a normal conversation with this guy. Heard so many stories about how he rips people's arms and kicks dogs in broad daylight. I guess they're not all true. Anyways, time to take this guy to MedWise. Oh, and leave out the fact that I hit him and just say he got a concussion from falling down, yeah? Yeah, he's a Wookiee. He rips people's arms off when he loses at chess. Or whatever the Star Wars version of chess was. I glance down at the man lying face down on the ground between us. There's already a blossoming red wound on the left side of his head where he was hit. Space chess. I know, I couldn't make you do that. You've helped me enough already. I'll take him there myself. No big, I was about to head there myself. Cuts off, eyes suddenly hardening. I glance over to where he's staring at, but I don't see anything weird. Sorry, girl, I have to retract my offer. I'll make it up to you sometime. Oh, okay. I'm not really sure what's going on, but I nod anyway. Well, he seems friendly enough. He's an infamous gangster. Maybe it's a good thing we're not going together. As expected, though, he doesn't seem to know who I am. I wish there was a way I could ask him about that photograph without sounding crazy. I poke at the guy on the ground to make sure he won't wake up and continue his weird tirade from earlier. He's completely out cold and doesn't even twitch. Don't worry, Twitch doesn't even twitch. Unsurprisingly, Alexei Dorla's pretty good at knocking people out. I sling the guy's arm over my shoulder. I have plenty of experience dragging a drunk Theo home, but this guy's significantly heavier, so I stumble a bit under his weight. As I drag him away, I take one more glance behind me. Alexei Dorla is talking to a woman I've never seen before, and the two of them appear to be arguing. Ex-girlfriend? Law enforcement? Oh well, none of my business. Actually, this guy's also not my business. How did I get stuck delivering him to the hospital again? I momentarily entertained the thought of calling an ambulance. Then I remember that the last one I called ate up half my paycheck. Walking it is. Wait, why would you have to pay for transporting, a suspect somewhere? Whoa. Midwise is our country's most prestigious hospital and research facility, and it goes without saying that I've never set foot in here before. Brought him here because Alexei Dorla said to, but was it really a good idea? Maybe I should have dragged him to my own doctor's office. This is Super America, where everyone's in super debt. And this place is super not in my insurance network. That's so far away, I feel my bones creaking already. Thankfully, that doesn't seem to be aligned, but the receptionist doesn't look up at all, even when I stand in front of her for several minutes. Excuse me. Try to clear my throat in several different ways, but there's still no response. I found this guy collapsed outside. Can you get checked out? You have an appointment? Oh, so she does know I'm here and is just ignoring me. No, like I just said, I found him collapsed outside. We don't have any openings for the next month. Please make an appointment next time you decide to get sick immediately. Sorry, my bad. Is there any way you can see a doctor even at that one? It might be an emergency. Do you have an appointment? Well, he'll probably be fine, right? At this point, you just leave him there and be like, okay, well, I was just trying to be nice, but he's your problem now. I'm out of here. Bye. I don't think Alexei Dorla hit him that hard. Maybe I can just dump him in the corner and leave him. I've done enough good Samaritan deeds for the day. Besides, the guy should just be thankful I didn't drop him in the trash can after what he did to me. I'm in the process of accidentally leaving him on the floor when I hear someone clearing their throat behind me. Oh my, are you a patient? A kind-looking lady materializes in front of me. It must be one of the doctors here, given the long white lab coat she's wearing. Hopefully she'll be nicer than the receptionist. Oh hi, sorry, I found this guy collapsed on Plaza. I know there's no appointments left. Is there any chance he could get looked at? It's very nice of you to do for a stranger. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't practically foisted on me. Is he inebriated? We have some resting rooms where you can put him until he wakes up. Not sure, at first I thought he was, but he's been strangely aggressive. Maybe he's just a violent drunk? The doctor frowns a bit and then reaches forward and examines his eyes. Oh dear, another virus patient. I almost fling the guy off me. I must look completely panicked as the doctor reassures me quickly. Don't worry, it's not contagious like that, you'll be fine. Despite the reassurance, I hurriedly set him down on one of the chairs and scoot as far away from him as possible. What kind of virus is it? How should I describe it? Put it simply, it amplifies your negative emotions and paranoia. It can even cause hallucinations. It's really quite sad. Guess that's why you're so aggressive earlier. I didn't know there was a disease like this. That sounds so horrifying. And you just attacked a random stranger. I don't even know what would have happened to me if Alexei Dorla hadn't saved me. Also, I'm just going to call him Alexei going forward. It's a little weird to me that we're just calling him by his full name every single time. Why isn't anyone talking about this? It sounds like a big deal. The doctor must notice the look on my face. She gives me a comforting pat on the arm. Don't you worry, sweetheart. Here at MedWise, we're working hard to develop a cure as soon as possible. Can't divulge too much, but we're nearing a breakthrough. Also, we're the ones who made the virus to begin with. But don't worry. It's Super COVID and Super America, made by Super Umbrella Corp. That's good. I hope the cure gets completed soon. As do I, of course. We have taken enough of your time. I'll take this guy back to the examination room. Free to go. Thank you for bringing him over. She slings the man onto her back and carries him with ease despite her slight frame. Maybe she's had a lot of experience doing these things. Oh, don't worry about the payment, it's covered. Careful on your way home. It's good to hear since I don't actually have the money to pay for a stranger's hospital bills, especially at a place as prestigious as this. I'm still surprised by her words. Why aren't my medical bills covered then? And so I'm back here again. I wander around aimlessly, trying to figure out what to do next. Mr. Potato Head's probably not back at the office yet. Maybe I should go do something while I have an excuse to be out. But what can I do? Theo's at work. It's not like I know anyone else I can hang out with. I'm usually fine alone, but it's times like these that make me realize I really only have one friend. Well, who cares? Theo's amazing, leaves me with a lot of time for myself too. Now then, what super fun and exciting individual activity should I do? Just as I'm debating between going to the lake to skip stones or staring at a wall in a cafe, I spot some commotion out of the corner of my eyes. There are a lot of police officers in the alleyway between Celestial and the Cosmolux Hotel. I wonder what happened. Celestial's where Theo works, if I remember correctly. Wait, isn't that the crime scene that Mr. Potato Head got called in for? Should I check it out? I take a coin out of my pocket. Heads, I'll check it out. Tails, I'll go back to the office. Flip the coin. It lands on Tails. Oh well, I don't believe in things like luck or fate anyway. As soon as I get near the alley, I get stopped by a policeman. Afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to leave, young lady. Civilians are not allowed any further. Figured it couldn't be that easy. I'm a detective from the Douglas Detective Agency. Policeman's blank look. I gesture over to Mr. Potato Head. My boss is over there helping with the investigation. Who? Mr. Pod. Before I call him by the nickname I know him as. And then something dawns on me. What's his actual name again? I scrounge through my memory banks for any hint of it, but I come up blank. Did he really never tell me his name? Was I just not paying attention? I wouldn't just forget it, would I? Yes. Policeman calls out to me, looking increasingly more suspicious, and I scramble to come up with a name. Oh, I'm Douglas? Who? One over there near the dumpsters. I helpfully point to where Mr. Potato Head is, and hope that's enough to placate this policeman. Oh, Bill? His name is Bill. Why are we called Douglas Detective Agency then? I guess Bill Detective Agency doesn't have the same ring to it, but still. Yeah, that's him. The policeman is silent for a couple moments. I'm thinking about pulling out my identification card and size. Fine, go ahead. Well, it actually worked. Why didn't we just pull out our identification? We just gotta pull out our lawyer badge. That's how you do everything. I give him a quick nod and scuttle into the alleyway before he can change his long badge. Do we have a badge in our inventory? No. Mr. Potato Head's still near the dumpsters, talking to another investigator. I make sure to slowly inch closer outside of his line of sight so I can eavesdrop. Is him? Yeah, forensics confirmed it with a DNA test earlier. Guess even gangsters bleed red. Gangster? Could it be Alexei? No, the timing doesn't match up then. There's a group of policemen surrounding the body. I slide closer and stand on my tiptoes to peer over them. No amount of mystery novels or detective shows can prepare me for the sight of an actual dead body. My breakfast with Theo threatens to come up, and I forcibly push it back down. Come on, don't get sick. They'll throw you out for sure if you vomit. You'll have to see this kind of thing if you want to make it as a detective. Hold it in and get used to it, Mimi. Take a couple minutes to compose myself before glancing back over at the corpse. Not even that much blood, and it's not that gruesome either, but the context that this is an actual dead body makes me feel a little queasy. Wait a second, this guy looks a little familiar. I've definitely seen him somewhere before. It's one of the Dorlas, right? I'm not too familiar with them, but I do know the basics. They're this country's biggest gang. Some say they have enough power to rival even the royal family and Medwise. The guy I met earlier, Alexei, is pretty high up there in the gang. If I remember correctly, this guy's also in that inner circle, and Mr. Potato Head mentioned a gangster earlier. I thought he meant some random grunt, not one of their powerhouses. How did someone like him get murdered in an alley like this? Was it turf war, infighting, or something else? Misha from the Dorla gang, right? Think this is just some drunken brawl? The guy was always arrogant. I wouldn't be surprised if he pissed off some dangerous people. Seemed to be asking for it, in my opinion. Good riddance, the world is better without him. Good condescending attitude. He really has zero compassion. He continues to yap about every little annoying thing Misha has done in his life, and I decided not to waste my one chance listening to him. Time to investigate while he's distracted. Well, as much as I can from here anyways. Might not amount to much, but at this point I'm desperate enough to try anything. Sure. Pretend it's not a real body, Amy. You can do it. Let's see. Sounds like there are two policemen conversing about the body nearby, so try to listen in. Yeah, that's right. He was hit cleanly from behind, no other signs of struggle. There's a big gash on the back of the right side of his head. Blood looks to be dried already. Okay, on the right side. So, if you're swinging something or punching, they're probably right-handed. Yeah. Any substances in the system? Nope, all clean. So he wasn't drugged. Was it a sneak attack then? Wait. Doesn't he usually wear a ring on his hand? I vaguely remember seeing it before. It's not there right now, but you can see the indentation of it on his finger. They wouldn't kill him just to steal the ring, right? I don't know much about jewelry, but I don't think it was that expensive. Initial findings added to evidence. You can open the menu. Are we still here again? They've already arrested the culprit. They did? Yeah, Sasha Dorla and his bodyguard both have alibis at the time of the murder. The only one unaccounted for within his inner circle is his younger brother. There's already an arrest warrant out for him. Did they talk about Alexei? Well, I've already cracked the case then. Hi, Lissa. If he's hit on the back right side of his head, it had to be a right-handed person, and Alexei is left-handed. He claims he's ambidextrous, but then his right hand doesn't work. I don't think that's how ambidextrousness works. But we've already cracked the case. Already? Since when did they work so fast? It's weird. I heard someone from the royal family wanted this case closed as soon as possible. The royal family? I knew Sasha was going to gain a lot of power, but I didn't realize it was enough to catch the crown prince's attention. The prince is always so indecisive and hesitant, but I guess even he's putting his foot down on this case before it gets out of control. Well, you know how much he and Alexei hate each other. They're always butting heads in public. I'm not surprised His Highness jumped on the chance to get rid of him once and for all. Thanks to that, though, it looks like this will be an open and shut case. Before I can hear anything else, someone grabs my arm roughly and pulls me aside. Oh, not the whiskers. What are you doing here? I thought I told you to handle the other case. Mr. Potato Head glances down at me and I give an awkward laugh. I finished already, sir. I was passing by here on the way back to the office and thought I could help you with this investigation. Help with the investigation? Don't make me laugh. We're leaving. But they might have arrested the wrong guy. Shouldn't we let them know? The wrong guy? Yeah, if you look at the body, you'll see that. Listen, newbie. I've been doing this gig since long before you were born. This field evidence doesn't matter. Oh, okay, evidence doesn't matter. Then what do we do with all of this stuff? But you're a detective. Yeah, we're detectives, not heroes. We say what our clients want to hear, and that becomes the truth. In this case, the royal family's already arrested suspects, so there's no need for evidence. They're just gangsters anyway. Honestly, I'd say they did us all a favor by taking themselves out. I know what he's saying is how the real world operates, but to hear it straight from an experienced member of the field does sting a little. Do you understand? Yes, sir. Good, now let's go back to the office. Excuse me, sir. The policeman stops us before we can leave. He doesn't flinch when Mr. Potato Head levels with him with a patented scowl. What? Mind taking this to the station? It seems the inspector wants to see this report. He pulls out a stack of papers that Mr. Potato Head sneers at and does not take. Isn't this your job? Yes, but he specifically asked for you. Fine. People think they can order me around. So he says, but from the way he's puffing on his chest, he's obviously very proud that he was asked for specifically. Maybe we're dropping by the police station before we go back. Me too? Yeah, he needs someone to carry the papers. The police station is crowded when we arrive, and sounds like a lot of fanfare. Police officer ushers us into an empty room before rushing off to do something else. Mr. Potato Head paces around the room, mumbling something under his breath about being made to wait. I do my best to stay out of his way. Why did he even bring me along? I thought he'd jump on the chance to tell me to go back to the office and finish his paperwork for him. Newbie. I didn't think he'd voluntarily start a conversation first, so it takes me a few moments to realize he's speaking to me. Yes? How has work been? It's been good. Good. It's so awkward. Small talk is already hard enough. It's even worse with a boss that doesn't like you. How are you liking the new snacks we got last week? I've only tried the pretzels so far, but they're good. Crackers are even better. They got them on my recommendation. Honestly, they should have just listened to me earlier. I've been telling them to stock up on them for years. See, thanks for the recommendation. I'll try them tomorrow. Good. Can we please just go back to not talking? Excuse me. Saved. The door opens and the policeman steps in. He barely spares me a glance, focusing all his attention on Mr. Potato Head instead. Inspector Clouseau is ready to see you. Finally, you'd think they'd be prompt since they asked for my help. He has no... I mean, our boss is just a shadow. Our boss is Peter Pan's shadow. Which is really strange, considering he has a name and has appeared in multiple scenes. Maybe stay here and wait. Okay. Don't tell me he made me come all the way here so he could flex that the police need his help. I glance around to see if there's anything I can read or occupy myself with. I'm not sure if there's any top-secret information hidden in here, so I decide not to risk it. Guess I'll just sit here and stare into space then. Thankfully, I don't need to wait too long. I soon hear some commotion coming from outside. Feeling a bit curious about it, I slide over the door and peek out the window. There are a lot of investigators running back and forth, barking orders. They all seem very busy. What's going on? I doubt it's because of Misha's case. The policeman at the crime scene hadn't acted with any sort of urgency. Hey, watch it, yeah? That's... From the little window in the door, I watch as Alexei passes by. He looks at me in handcuffs already, and the policeman behind him shoves him forward. It's the rush. Don't I normally get a chance to post a bail before getting locked up? Did your old age make you forget protocol already? Quiet, you criminal. Extra cranky today, aren't we? Keep laughing, you're not weaseling your way out this time. Should lighten up a little. I know someone who stresses out as much as you do, and his hair is entirely gray. Wouldn't want that happening to you, yeah? Policemen snarl something else. But they turn the corner soon after, and I can no longer hear them. I wait to see if they'll come back, but after a couple moments of nothing, I leave the window and go sit down in one of the chairs, thinking back on everything I've learned so far. So they actually did arrest Alexei, though from the way they were talking, it seems like this might be a special case. I wonder what's going on. Mr. Potato Head doesn't normally get called on police business like this either. Who are you? The door opens and several policemen file into the room. They all stop when they see me and I quickly stand up. Hello, I'm a detective at the Douglas Detective Agency. I came here with my boss, who was summoned earlier and told me to wait here. Oh, I did see him with the inspector earlier. It looks like that might take a while, though. Great. Sorry to ask this of you, but do you mind moving? This is the only empty room right now and there's something urgent to discuss. Of course, I'm really sorry. No need to apologize. I quickly scrambled to leave the room, almost tripping over air in my haste to get outside. Good thing I didn't, or it would have been one of those embarrassing memories that I randomly remember at midnight for the next 20 years. The hallways were still crowded with cops, busy with whatever important case they're working on. None of them stopped me from wandering around, though I do get a few curious looks. What should I do next? I let my legs carry me on autopilot as I consider my next course of action. I can return to the lobby and wait for Mr. Potato Head. Ooh, or maybe I can try to track down one of the policemen who did the investigation to see if I get more information. Or... well, it probably doesn't matter. No matter what I choose, it'll end up the same way. Even deciding to check out the crime scene ultimately didn't change anything. Once Mr. Potato Head is done with his business, we'll go back to the office and things will go back to normal. No matter what I do, nothing will change. The door next to me suddenly opens and I jump. The policeman that emerges looks annoyed, and I recognize him as the guy that had been with Alexei earlier. I take a step back to let him pass me, but he doesn't even seem to notice I'm there. He stamps past me to the security booth around the corner. It's only then I realize I don't know where I am. I must have wandered over here while I was lost in thought. I was the prisoner. Annoying as usual. Seriously, he never shuts the hell up. You ever considered asking someone else to do this? They'll quit. I'm the only one left. To ask for a pay raise. Whatever. Look, this is the last time I have to see him anyway, right? What do you mean? Sounds like they're determined to nail him for this no matter what. They haven't found the murder weapon yet. So I heard Inspector Clouseau is going to deal with it, if you know what I mean. Wait. I feel like I just heard something I wasn't supposed to. What is that? The officer in the security booth pales and comes to his feet. Where are you going? There's a security breach in the chief's office. Most people are busy with the card right now. So if they're asking anyone available to respond, there's important evidence in there. Card? What about the prisoner? Just leave him. You can't get out without the key anyway. Two of them sprint away, and then just me and an empty security booth. With a key? Question mark? So far we haven't had a whole lot of investigation, and we're almost near time for this game. A security breach? The timing is a little conveniently suspicious. Alexi's not trying to break out of jail, is he? A little curious, I slide over to where the security booth is. The door seems to be locked, but I can see the monitors just fine from outside. All the cells seem to be empty except for one, a B221. I can see Alexi in it, arms crossed behind his head as he lets out a lazy yawn. Still in there, a bit surprised. I thought he would somehow have unlocked his cell door and bolted by now. Not entirely sure Alexi committed the murder, but it sounds like they're planning to blame this on him no matter what. If anyone out there believe me, I'm just a nobody. Suddenly I remember the door the policeman came out of earlier. It's sitting innocently across the hall. That leads to the cells, right? I stare at the door, then back to the monitors, then back to the door. In that case, should I go straight to the source? No, he's just a stranger. That'd be stupid, and you might not even appreciate it. Just go back to the lobby and wait for Mr. Potato Head, Uni. But he was in a picture. In a dream. I feel like if I leave now, I won't ever get the chance to see him again. We can just leave! We can just leave him to die! Oh man, that's... Can you imagine if an ace attorney, all the cases, Phoenix is like, I don't feel like taking that. Alright. I'm not actually sure what the Konami code will do. It opened our notebook. Interesting. Alright, well, we can just leave. I'm sure that's the wrong answer. I should just leave. I'm sure someone else will help him if he's really innocent. This has nothing to do with me. I go back to the office after that. Nothing exciting happens, but Mr. Potato Head does spend our study bragging about something that the inspector had said to him. I still wonder what would have happened if I'd gone to see Alexi, but there's no use thinking about that anymore. The city is relatively quiet since it's a weekday. Gio's busy with something, so I take my time going back home. I don't think there's anything fun to watch on TV tonight, so maybe I'll just go to sleep. Today was a bit of an exception, but tomorrow it's back to the ordinary, everyday grind for me. Maybe if I'm lucky, something exciting will happen. Maybe I'll get something cool to work on, or maybe they'll hire someone new so the others won't pick on me so much anymore. The possibilities are endless. New pep in my step and daydreams filling my head, I head home to mark the end of that very ordinary day. Where am I? Alright, the police officer, the security breach, and... Okay, so we can see that leaving just gives us an ending and it just boots us back here, so I guess we'll go in. I stall for a few more seconds as if waiting for a police officer to come stop me, but no one does. Okay, there goes then. I quickly glance at the monitors, trying to piece together the layout. There's no map, but from where I can see the cells, I create a mental image of what the jail looks like. If you can piece this together from like 5 security cameras in about 3 seconds, then you're a rat solving a maze. Also, this is the same girl who got lost on her way here. Yeah, I think I've got it, just in case. Just gotta remember as much as I can. As soon as I manage to commit it to memory, all the monitors suddenly go out. What's going on? Am I doing this somehow? I glance around, but no angry policemen come rushing over to arrest me for somehow telepathically destroying their security system. This seems really suspicious. Should I still go? No. Skip. Yes. You made a decision already, and you're probably about unsure, but don't back down now. Here it goes. We'll go talk to him, and then I think we have to call this one here, so we're already at the hour. Actually, here. Jail's empty, just as I saw on the monitors, but I can still tiptoe just in case. Based on the map I visualized earlier, what's the fastest way to get to Alexei? Right, left. Oh, I thought we were at the security booth. Also, how is this faster than that? I start walking down the bottom path, but I see notice it's littered with security cameras. Why are there so many over here? Cameras were down earlier, but I don't want to risk it. I should take the long route around instead. I mean, there should be cameras everywhere, right? That's how you were able to map this out. Like, I don't understand why you were surprised. Thankfully, there are less cameras the other way, so I managed to make it all the way inside. I'm peeking into each individual cell to check if Alexei is there when I suddenly hear voices from somewhere up ahead. It's a handiwork, I believe. Yeah, I thought you just pulled the fire alarm. Maybe it's Alexei talking to one of his gang buddies? I sneak a little closer, but I can only vaguely make out 2 dark shapes from here. One of them appears to be behind bars, while the other is leaning against the wall next to the cell. I quickly slide behind one of the corners before they can see me. Why are you here anyway? Laugh at as your sworn enemy gets put away by your hand? Not responsible for this. Sure, you came here awfully fast. I thought you were supposed to be in a meeting. Must know the meeting can cancel. I've been stuck in the restroom for the past few hours. Yeah, I told you there are better late night snacks than hot sauce nachos. You still insist on destroying your body. I believe, sir, there's nothing wrong with the nachos. Our mutual acquaintance decided to blast confetti and glitter from the vents during my meeting earlier, forever to get out of my hair. Do that? Isn't he just a programmer? Don't ask me to explain whatever voodoo witchcraft he manages to concoct. He's probably trying to get you out of that snooze fest. Don't be so hard on him. They'll strike the speakers to blare Uptown Funk on repeat. Okay, well, this now takes place in the same world where Uptown Funk exists. Sammy's been rather obsessed with that song lately, hasn't he? One of them has to be Alexei. Who's the other guy he's talking to, though? Doesn't sound like another gangster. Also, what's with this conversation? I keep my head out a little again. Alexei seems to move closer to the cell bars, angling himself towards the person outside. I can tell just from his body language that he has a smirk on his face. Anyway, a little birdie told me that the royal family was responsible for my arrest. If it really wasn't you, then why are you here? Do you suspect me as well? Of course not. Nice to hear you finally admit that you trust me. This has nothing to do with trust. You're neither capable nor smart enough to pull something like this off. Your faith in me is heartwarming. Alexei suddenly stops and stands up straight. What? 8 o'clock. Quickly hide back behind the wall, but the damage is done. Who's there? No way you saw me from all the way over there. Maybe you're just not talking about me. Girl with 2 buns. Okay, that's definitely me. Show yourself. Should I run? I can't see that guy's arm, though. What if he just makes things even worse? Safer option is probably just to show myself. Might as well get a little closer and see if I can gather some information of the identity of the guy Alexi's talking to. You do what you need, came here with a purpose, you know what you're getting into, so don't chicken out now. I take a deep breath, steeling myself, and then take a step forward. Hello, I'm not anyone suspicious. Very convincing. Are you that girlie from earlier? Riser remembers me. Yeah, hi again, thank you for helping me out. I really don't mean any trouble, though, I'm just here to... I'm about to continue when the sight of Alexi's companion make me stop in my tracks. Your Highness? Oh, hello. Oh my gosh, it's really him. The Crown Prince of Solari, someone who I thought only existed on my television, standing here in front of me right now. I can't believe he's an actual human being. What are you doing in a place like this, Your Highness? Were you the person I heard talking to Alexi just now? No, I only just arrived myself. Was there someone else here? Sorry, I guess I was mistaken. You know, she's just saying that to be polite, right? I would have called you a liar, personally. What's going on here? I thought they hated each other. It's from the way they've been talking. Shut up, you buffoon. Is really Prince Thierry? It definitely looks like the Crown Prince I've seen on television, though. There's a scowl on his face in lieu of his usual smile. Excuse me, can I ask a question? I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to. Sure, go ahead. I've been listening to Thierry moaning and complaining anyways. Hey, Alexi. You're allowed to be more careful in the future, though. Bigger and Batterwolf might just eat you up, you know. Watch where you stick your nose, He smirks down at me, obviously trying to appear intimidating. The jail bar separating us diminishes the desired effect. Oh, thank you for the warning. You seemed way more terrified than me earlier. Tell? I guess that's probably a specialty. I'm still a little scared, but I no longer think you'll kidnap me and sell me off overseas and steal all my money. You really thought I'd do all that, huh? Well, I did run in here to try and help you. It seems a bit counterproductive to be terrified of you now. Anyway, I thought the royal family and the Orlas were sworn enemies, but you've been acting like your friends. Well, political reasons and all. What kind of reasons? She didn't listen to your warning at all. Long story short, a lot of people would be happier if we didn't get along. It'd be too much power if we were on the same side, and that would only attract enemies. It's easier if we just didn't associate with each other in public. Guess that's better than the alternative. It sounds kind of sad. I can't imagine not being able to go and hang out with Theo or whatever I wanted. Alexi, that's enough. Yeah, I know. The mood suddenly shifts and he leans close to the big grin on his face. Enough questions about boring stuff. You do know why I'm here, right? Yep, you're the prime suspect for murder. You're still here even though you know that? Well, yeah, because I think there's a good chance you didn't do it. Sorry, what? Quite the charismatic fellow, aren't you? You even got a random girl to trust you already. Look, I know you accuse me of a lot of things, most of the time they're true, but this one's actually not on me. I haven't done anything yet, besides help her out earlier, but I hope you're not just here to repay that favor. No, it's not that. There's a reason why I think it's unlikely for you to be the culprit. Yeah, what is it? It's because... Oh. Easiest way to land a clean hit on someone there without them noticing it's from behind, isn't it? In that case, shouldn't the wound be on the left side of his head instead? Alexi's left-handed, isn't he? You are? How many years have we known each other? You could at least pretend to pay attention. Prince Thierry ignores him, looking back at me, and I can see the suspicion in his eyes. How did he know that? We had a conversation about it earlier in the plaza. This appears to be a recurring topic. You two ran into each other? Yeah, it was right before I got arrested, actually. Wait, so that woman I saw talking to him actually was law enforcement? The explanation only seems to make Prince Thierry more suspicious, and he frowns at me with a disapproving look on his face. She knows too much, claiming it to be simple observation. She coincidentally met you earlier, and now she's here conveniently with evidence. I don't trust her in the slightest. I don't blame him for being suspicious. I know fully well how sketchy I seem. I wouldn't trust me if I was in his shoes either. Why are you really here? I fall silent, a bit sure of how to proceed. I can't mention the vision reason. Obviously, what about the police one? I hadn't expected to run into the Crown Prince in here, though. He's in charge of them, isn't he? Won't he be upset if I bring it up? Hey. I look up when Alexi speaks. He gives me a grin and nudges my head towards His Highness. You can speak your mind. He's trustworthy. My reputation must be in the gutter if I need such a gangster to vouch for me. Hey, you said it, not me. I'm still a little unsure, but it's a bit too late to do anything other than trust Alexi's words. Since the area didn't seem like the type of person who would fall for any half-hearted lie. I actually heard some policemen talking earlier about how an inspector's planning to frame you. Yeah, which one? Clouseau, I think? Not even sure if I pronounced it correctly, but it's obvious by the look on their faces that they know exactly what I'm talking about. Motherfucker. That may pose a problem. He has the chief's backing. You really came just to warn me because of that? Well, I didn't know if anyone else out there would do anything about it. I just couldn't stand such injustice. And more importantly, if you get locked up, we'll probably never see you again. I can't let that happen. Or I figure what that vision meant. Yeah, appreciate it. Suppose we should proceed with the jailbreak. Sorry, jailbreak? I expect them to laugh it off, but they look dead serious. They've already decided to frame Alexei. It'd be better not to wait in case they move into a more secure prison. It'd be harder to retrieve them after that. I'd rather rescue him first and deal with the consequences later. You always know I'm down to break the law with you, dumbass. It's pretty different from what you imagine, yeah? Yeah, a little. Don't want the prim and proper facade fool you. This man's got the biggest potty mouth I've ever seen. Are you two done gossiping like a bunch of high school girls? He also talks like an old man. Must be the company he keeps. Yeah, I feel like it's my choice. I have to spend my days listening to rich old men bicker. What's going on here? Crap. A policeman appears out of nowhere and I quickly take a step back. Trespassing is a federal crime, young lady. Please follow me to the interrogation room for some question. D. Are we not doing the whole policeman act? Sammy said something unexpected popped up and forced me to come here to rescue you. Say hello to Miss Something Unexpected over there. The policeman glances over curiously when Alexei gestures at me. Hi. Hey. Am I getting arrested? Arrested? Oh, of course not. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. Key. Alright, here. Policeman hands over the keys, muttering under his breath about how long the outfit took to put on. A gangster, a crown prince, and a fake policeman. I feel like I've entered a completely different world as I stepped into this jail. I don't know. This is nothing like what I expected this game to be. Freedom at last. The door opens and Alexei comes sauntering out, looking like he just came out of a party instead of a jail cell. Must have spent over half your life behind bars. I'm sure a couple more hours wasn't too bad. The only reason I enjoy prison is teasing the wardens, but no one's around this time. Theory was here to keep you company. Another person who calls the Crown Prince by his first name. Just who are these people? I get up enough of his lectures at the hideout, thank you. Hideout? Oh, that sounds kind of cool. Samuel, what's happening? I heard commotion nearby. The others fall silent as they watch Prince Thierry press a hand to his ear. He listens quietly for a few seconds and his frown deepens. It appears we have visitors. A lot of them, in fact. Yes, I think you are correct, Sam says. All for little old me, I'm honored. Instruct some of them, Sammy. Tell us what to do. Held together talking with whoever's on the other side of the earpiece. I realized they'd probably forgotten I'm here. Only 3 cameras? Aren't you the self-proclaimed world's best hacker? Should I just leave? They can probably take care of themselves, right? I don't think they'll factor my well-being into any escape plan. Besides, I've already done what I came to do. I don't think it'll be much of a help going forward anyway. No, Thierry, you can't be seen here. Who knows what repercussions will be if they find out you were here when the prisoner broke out. Want to lock me back up? A little too late for that. I'll get their attention. You two sneak out while I'm doing that. I have the best disguise, and I'm the most dependable one here. It's fine if I get caught. Ah, screw it. Excuse me. I look a little startled when I speak up. Yeah, they definitely forgot I'm still here. Why did I have to open my big mouth and stick my big nose in their business? I might be able to help. You? But I did sneak in here. I still remember some of the layouts. Maybe I can help you figure out an escape route? The fake policeman dropped something into my hand. It's a small earpiece. Surprisingly lightweight, even to my untrained eye, it looks well made. Gem. Your and Alexei's safety comes first. You can deal with everything else later. Fine. I'm a little surprised you conceded so fast, but I'm not about to argue. Feeling rather like a spy, I quickly stick the earpiece into my left ear. Hello? Hi. Voice greets me and I'm taken aback by how quiet it is. What were you thinking? Can you tell me what we're working with? I can take control of 3 cameras and wipe their feeds. What else? Thierry cannot be spotted by any security camera or policeman. What a pampered little prince we have here. Are you sure you're not the one we're breaking out of prison? Quiet. I mentally dropped an image based on the map of the prison I saw earlier. I should be able to get them out if you're okay. Gotta keep an eye out for the police, though, the real ones at least. One more thing, they locked the main exit, so you need to pick up the keys at the security booth. Just one thing after another today. If I get the keys, I think I remember where the security office is. Let's split into two groups then. I'll go with her. Good idea. Sure, you're okay with leaving poor defenseless Gem alone? I'm fine. I'm more worried about you two arguing, honestly. He's the one with all the weapons anyway. Sorry if I scared you. They're all props, so you don't need to worry. Pulls out a baton and taps against my hand. It feels like foam. You didn't need to tell her that. I couldn't tell at all. They look really professional. Yeah, thanks. Okay, I'm kind of sad we didn't really get anywhere with this, but I'm gonna have to call this here. We're not ending, this is just for me to cut later. This game was not at all what I was expecting it to be. I mean, it definitely has that, like, noir detective feel to it, but it's more of a visual novel, if anything. I mean, we've collected some evidence, but I mean, I was able to figure out the question that they were going to ask really fast before they even, like, gave it as an option, so seems like the actual puzzle solving is not quite there yet in this.